Welcome to Top 4, and yes, we have our residential Mitsurugi expert back. Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Welcome to Top 4. We are seeing who is going to be walking away victorious here and who will be moving on to the finals of both of these matches. And we have Radiant Typhoon against our challenger down here. And honestly, I'm very excited to see what more this deck can do. This concoction of 60 card Odotic has just been so cool to actually watch develop and see some play. So we're going to start off with pre-prep into the Ame no Mitsurugi and the Mirror here. We'll go ahead and deploy the Sanji to grab up the Ritual. Pretty standard tactics that we've been seeing here, which has been pretty good. Go ahead and see the Chalice slime through the Sanji. We're going to go ahead and Fua get blasted. Oh man, that's so sad. Talismander coming on down here. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab up the Ame. Sure, I mean, that's not a problem, right? We'll go ahead and rotate into the Kusanagi. We'll give our opponent a card here. Go ahead and Ritual off and rotate. Alright, we'll go ahead and see the Ritual coming back to the hand. We'll go ahead and Ritual here to grab up the Futsu. Give our opponent the Droplet. Now we get Ashed. Okay, well that's fine. Go ahead and see the Ame to pull back into the Prayers. And I guess we just kind of have to keep giving them more cards. Not really much we can do. Dugaris to revive. Alright, go ahead and grab up the Daybreak here. I mean, this is just kind of the unfortunate result, right? Every card they draw is just, I guess, more for us. Go ahead and Daybreak for the 4. Alright. Oh no, we're going to go for the 3. They're going to go ahead and see the Radiant Typhoon here. Special Summon. We'll get up the Ame to get into the Great Purification. We'll go ahead and IP into the SP. Crack that. And now we're going to go ahead and see Sheena. Oh no. Well, there goes our field. Alright. We'll go ahead, and they did have to catch up on the draws. We'll go ahead and set, and pass. The SP warps on back here, along with the Futsu. My God, man. Prayers and Great Purification are two of the things we know. We do have a Super Poly up and running. The consequences where we had to play into this, and it's a little bit unfortunate, but I think we can do things to do our thing. So MST Fire, we hit the Great Purification. We'll go ahead and bring down the bird. We'll go ahead and trigger it. We'll see the Vision Chain here to get some more draw power. Kusanagi does come back. We'll go ahead and see the expansions to rip through the back row. We'll go ahead and see the Super Poly to make the Mud. Alright, we go ahead and lose 2 cards, so that's fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and Saji. Alright, we'll bring back the Kusanagi. Alright, we'll grab the Wozu for the next turn. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, thinking on standby. So we're going to go ahead and SP. Rotate. Alright, we'll go ahead and Eldom here. We'll SP Banish. They're going to go ahead and Chain. We just got to keep the bodies off the field, man. We'll go ahead and see the Radiant Typhoon Link 2 coming down here. We'll see the chaining of this. Alright. Chain resolves. Alright, so Ame comes back. We'll go ahead and see the stack above effects. We'll see the forced clear. We'll see the MST for the last pop. We'll see the forced discard for the evenly. Now Crocea is going to come down. We have pretty much exhausted everything at this point. So now they're pretty much just going to be able to start to dissect this board. Here comes a Vision. Alright, go ahead and tuck back for the draw. Alright, we got another Droplet. We get a free MST back off of this as well. Alright, bring up another Crocea battle phase. Now we start to dissect this board very, very, very quickly here. Leaving the opponent on... well, not a lot. We're going to see the attempt to spin back here so we can trigger Revive. It's actually not too bad. Alright, we'll go ahead and verifying everything in the hand. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make the Link 2 here. We're going to see the triggering for the Futsu. Didn't just say it. Okay. Alright, normal summon. Alright, we'll go ahead and kick that back. That kind of stinks, losing our Murakumo. That's going to be some problems. Alright, we'll go ahead and see Harvest Genji. Go ahead and start spinning back cards out of the graveyard. And we'll go ahead and set. Oh boy. Alright, Kusanagi. Oh no. You get to skip main phase 1 due to Dugaris. That's painful. Alright, Saji tuck back. We'll go ahead and see the Kusanagi coming down to grab up. Oh, excuse me. Wrong one. We'll grab Kusanagi of that. Dynamondo. Go ahead and spin to pop that back. We'll go ahead and... alright, we're going to go Wozu to tribute the big guy. It's actually good. Kusanagi to add back the Great Purification. Go ahead and Mirror for the Ame. The fact that we've only got one of these is painful to work with. In Chinda, go ahead and get dropleted. That's actually fine. And then force set MST to pop the vision, which will reset anyway here after we stack up all of these effects. We're going to go ahead and get Ash too. Oh my god. You just have everything, man. Yeah. I would concede there too, unfortunately. Your opponent just had everything. Alright, well, go ahead and prayers it on up. I see that we're just going to get to go ahead and start playing. They do have the Ash and the Perulia, which are some interesting choices here. Ritual, go ahead and Perulia. Alright, go ahead and get a free draw. Oh my god. We drew the Fua. That's actually pretty good. Alright, Ritual to him. Go ahead and Fua. We'll go ahead and Ash that. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the big guy into rotation. We'll go ahead and Ash. Alright, well, luckily for us, we got Nayuya to drop down, so we contribute this. Alright, well, the opponent will get back their Fua. We'll go ahead and get Purification up. Go ahead and grab up the Water Lily here, so we can build a board. Go ahead and do Garrus to trigger the draw. Alright, we'll pop off the Talisman, make the SP. Banish that. And then we'll Daybreak Crack for 4. Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and make Lizard trigger to get the draw. We'll go ahead and make Zalor to grab the Planet Pollutant Virus. And we'll go ahead and make Alien Shock Trooper, Daybreak to add back the Saji and mill down Big Guy. And bring back the Futsu and this. And we get back free Kusanagi. Alright. Alright. Time to go ahead and Radiant Typhoon Vision. Alright. Go ahead and MST Crack. That's interesting. We'll go ahead and Planet Pollutant Virus. They're going to go ahead and draw 2. Well, I mean, that technically would answer this. Great Purification. Add back the Kusanagi. Alright, we'll go ahead and see the Prayers rotation into the Ame. Alright, we'll go ahead and see the Prayers to hand now. We're going to fall in a Virtuous to pop the big guy. Alright, we'll go ahead and take the Blow for us. Go ahead and set that. Main phase 1. Alright, Revive up. And then go ahead and Ritual into the Ame. Go ahead and add up the Saji. Alright, and it comes back. Deploy the Saji. I think we're going to game 3 here, unfortunately. I don't think there's much you're going to do. I guess you can pop that, that's fine, but you still can't do much. Alright, game 3. Radiant Typhoon gets to start us off here, which can be very, very deadly for this deck. Crocea, go ahead and get Belled. It's probably one of the best things you can do, but they have an extra to net more resources, which means they're just going to get to go off and get fully set up here, which is the problem here. This deck just gets to generate so much advantage, and you can see as we're spinning through the hurdles here, getting set up. Alright, Radiant Typhoon, get the Mandate up. Go ahead and special summon up the Vibrant Vortex, and then Elation Chain MST to hand. And then go ahead and trigger stack back up these good cards to get them back into rotation. Go ahead. Oop, yep, Doom Eagle is banished. Alright, well that's sad. Alright, well no end board piece. That's fine. We'll go ahead and stack back up for the 3. And yeah, there's no way to break that board. That's kind of a shame, but there you go. Now we have another game 3 over here. Or another challenger for Top Cut. This one's against Vanquish Soul, honestly. I thought that this would be kind of an interesting thing to see how Radiant Typhoon actually kind of handles this matchup, because there's a lot to kind of talk about with this that I don't really feel like you get to see all that much. We'll go ahead and rotate into the Link 2. Go ahead and generate up the Advantage, Radiant Typhoon, chain the MST. I love the chaining of the MST just to reset up our effects is so good, and just to get the trap up and running. That was the part that this deck needed, was the ability to pull in the trap and complete the trifecta. Alright, so we'll see Aldam coming to hand here. And go ahead and see the Mega Hala triggering to bring this up. We'll go ahead and negate blast that. We'll go ahead and Starto, Vanquish Soul, get ashed, and then I guess we could just Izuna, but like the minute that something, yeah, he get Ghost Build. Well, that was easy. Sure, game 2. I mean, if this deck is just going to be that crazy. Perulia. Alright, Vanquish Soul start. They had to keep the fire in the hand. That's rough. Alright, add back Rosin. Alright, Holly Sue deploy. We do get a free draw. We'll go ahead and ash that. Interesting place to ash there. Ooh, we got a droll off of the top deck. That's pretty good. Pitch the droll. Alright, MST. go ahead and reveal. Fallen and Virtuous to go ahead and pop is pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and Crocea. They're going to go ahead and grab a Kaiser Varia, so that's fine. Crocea is going to get ashed. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and add up Eldom from deck. We can go ahead and special Eldom to add up Swen. Alright, we'll go ahead and reveal. They're going to go ahead and take that. That's inconveniencing. Alright, go ahead. Alright, do the bounce through. Alright, go ahead, Elation to hand. And go ahead and get the draws. Go ahead and make the Fortune Tune. Go ahead and bonk over. And now we can go ahead and attack into that. Fortune Tune will go ahead and protect. Now I can make Zeus to board clear. That was probably one of the best little things we could have had. Bouncing back the Holly Sue is actually not a terrible thing too. Alright, well we got a Zeus stabilization. And now we can just revive up. Make the SP to banish. And Titaniaclad to revive. Alright. That was amazing. Alright, Holy Sue reveal. I'm going to see the negation on that. We're going to see the SP kick off. Cannot leave the opponent on a field. Alright. And back come the bodies. Alright, Rosin, go ahead and reveal. Both. We'll go ahead and see Fallen and Virtuous. Pop that. Titaniaclad. It doesn't. Okay. Alright. We'll go ahead and set up. Alright. Go ahead and fling to pop that. Now we can Crocea. Oh my god. We are in the driver's seat now of this. This is where things are going to start to get very, very crazy. Got the free special here. We know our opponent does have a Holy Sue, but I mean, like, I don't think we give a crap. Alright, go ahead and make the body here. Alright, Link 2. Go ahead and trigger up free MST. Alright, go ahead, grab up Mega Holla. Go ahead and trigger, bring up the trap. Mega Holla down, MST. Target. Go ahead and target the 3 to tuck back. We do need these back in the deck. Got to keep the generic stuff running. Alright, go ahead and trigger up. Bring back the trap, and then our monster, and then go ahead and Typhoon Vision. And then we can go Battle Phase, poke, 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 poke. And is that all she wrote? Oh no. Go ahead and reveal the trap. Okay, and go ahead and set. Alright, so trap goes up. Go ahead and target back the 3. Getting the Call by the Grave back into the deck is hilarious. Alright, we drew an evenly. Interesting. We're going to see the Holly Sue. We'll go ahead and negate it. I'm just going to keep negating that Holly Sue. Jia Long was revealed, so it can special. We'll go ahead and see the rock come down. Alright, we'll go ahead and add back the Holly Sue. In the main phase, go ahead and bonk that. We'll MST. They're going to go ahead and chain. Alright, that's fine. You can go ahead and get back a bounce. We'll go ahead and stack up all of these effects. And now we get another Eldom to grab a Crocea. Oh my god, this is so stupid. And now we can go ahead and tuck back 3 again into the deck to get another draw. As long as we got these resources running, we're so good. Alright, now they can finally go Battle Phase attack over. Alright, now they can Joe Cool reveal the Holly Sue. I mean, do we really care about that? Joe Cool gets ashed, sure. Ripper forces them to get the Lantern here. We've only got to do 700. And I don't think that reality is looking all that terrible right now. So we have the Droll to get the material off of that. They get the Azuna here. They'll go ahead and make the Nash Knight to suck up. Alright, go ahead and get that underneath. We'll see the Azuna come on down here to get mill down the Lupus. Special summon Lupus to make this, to pop that. We're getting super close here to being able to evenly the opponent. We'll go ahead and tuck back to pop that. Force Release to pop that. Okay, we'll go ahead and Droplet. Sending it all. Well, I mean, you may as well, right? Well, there you go. Congratulations to the end of the triple negate to attack over and win the game. What a top 4 for sure. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below, and let's get ready to go see how Top Cut is. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.